So there's something that ADA holders can find solace in right now. It's something that can create a long-term impact in the market in a positive light. And that is that the SEC is systematically destroying themselves. Now, what I'm talking about is obviously, yes, yesterday and even today and during the past few weeks or so, we've been very much focused on spot ETFs, the impact on the market, the flow of BTC, all these things. And there have been some hearings that have taken place during that time. We obviously talked about the Coinbase v. SEC hearing and the comments that were said by both sides there. We're still waiting, obviously, for some sort of ruling to come down the line. But what happened yesterday was actually the oral arguments in the Binance v. SEC case. Now, the interesting thing is that the SEC is showing right now a lack of consistency. They're basically just throwing shit at the wall to try and see what sticks. Now, what I'm talking about is in this oral argument, Binance said the token itself represents the investment contract. The token represents the embodiment of an investment contract. Now, the funny thing, like Dan Gambardello said here in this post, is that they're saying the complete opposite of what they said in the Coinbase case, which was Wednesday of last week. Funny how fast things change. Now, the funny thing is that Coinbase and the SEC were both in agreement that the token itself does not represent an investment contract. So the funny thing about this is that these judges are paying attention to what is going on in other cases. They're paying attention to rulings. They're paying attention to what is being said. And the thing is the SEC's case, the more they do this, the higher possibility they have of having the case actually thrown out, right? Because of bad faith, or a complete breakdown of power, like I mentioned in this post that I basically piggybacked on, right? I said the SEC is showing major bias and inconsistencies in their attack on the crypto industry. The bias is real and apparent, and hopefully there is a revocation of power that takes place. Now, why this is good for ADA holders? Remember, ADA is a coin that is somewhat in the crosshairs when it comes to the SEC. We've now been alleged as a security multiple times. They allege essentially ADA as an unregistered security because of it being a crypto period, right? Because now they're saying the token itself represents an investment contract. This is where the lunacy and the bias of the SEC is truly finally getting exposed. Now, the great thing is, again, there will be, I think there's either going to be a new entity that comes in that is here to regulate the crypto industry. The SEC does have some sort of revocation of power, or there's just judgments throughout the space that come down that say, hey, guess what, SEC, you're wrong. They are basically 0 for a million in these cases. And the funny thing is they got out the shovel. They're just digging that hole even deeper still. So the great thing is that when the SEC does have one of these several things happen, it's likely a positive outcome for ADA, for Solana, for Matic, basically any of these coins that have been alleged as securities. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know this isn't necessarily ADA price or Cardano developments or things like that, but just know that these things, they play a bigger part in the crypto industry and for ADA as a whole than I think what people realize. And it's important that obviously you know what's going on. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Would love to hear your thoughts on this below. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.